and baking with me, Linus Satil, otherwise known as Big Daddy Cake. I'll be showing you how a basic sponge, quick and easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. We'll start off with the ingredients. Some of your ingredients you're going to need for this are eggs, flour, sugar, butter and some essences for taste. First we're going to go in with 250 grams of finest white caster sugar. I won't make it too sweet. 250 grams of softened margarine. I've had it sitting out of the fridge, so we'll weigh that up. And like the expert I am, it is shy. And we go for a little bit more butter. There you go, 250 grams of butter. 250 grams, if you're using a K-bar, chop it up a little bit. Get it in there. That's all that lovely butter. It's as simple as that. And then, all we have to do after that is wait for it to cream. While we're at it, keep rolling. We can add a little bit of essence, so that way it ends up in like that. We're going for a little bit of that essence. Hold it, and then we'll go for the slightly darker. That's it, it's 250 grams, so we're not getting carried away with ourselves. And we let that be. In the middle, while we're waiting for that, we are going to break some eggs and weigh out some flour. Right, now we've done the butter and the sugar, we are going to move on to some eggs and flour. It's as simple as cracking. We're going for a 250 gram mix of cake. You can never have too many eggs. If you want your cake to rise, you go for and sometimes you get that little eggy taste in your thing. Don't like that? A little drop of almond essence in there. Right? That is that one. And while we're here, we will weigh out 250 grams of self-raising flour straight into the 250. A lot of people like to sieve the flour. You're supposed to sieve the flour again, but modern day technology is already sieved. And next stage. Right, our eggs we've got in there, half a dozen eggs. We are gonna, helps if you switch it on, we're gonna beat these. Not into a froth, just to separate them. There you go. Then what we're gonna do is add a little bit of the egg to the butter and sugar mixture, and then we'll add a little bit of flour as we go. So over here, what we're going to do now is actually add the eggs and our flour to our cake mixture, which is over here. You won't hear a great deal once I switch it on, so eggs and then flour. Pour a little egg in there. So that in there. And then all we do is add it. Lovely. That way you don't get a big mess. We're going to add a little bit more egg. We are going to add some more flour. Slowly. That way we don't get covered. Slow that down a little bit until we get it all mixed in. And on top of that, you can hear me when I'm telling you. Right, that goes in. If you put all your eggs in first, it will separate and you just end up with a big, horrible mixture. That's the last of our eggs. Now we're going to turn up the temperature. Here we go. Let it do its thing. Every now and again, you've got to check the side of your bowl, but you don't want no dry mixture left on the side. You see the flour? Yeah, that's all the dry mixture. try and incorporate all that in as one for the final beat. Nothing worse than getting it all ready and then you got flour and dry egg and all sorts just cooking that hasn't been mixed. Right, that will be one more little whisk up. You know when it's all ready, when it's all ready, it's just all uniform, and you can taste if it needs any more vanilla. We put a little drop of orange in that. That is nice. You know what I mean? Just a tiny bit, not a lot. Final whisk before it starts going for colour. Sometimes you think to yourself, it tastes good, but a little bit more vanilla. I think we're good for the almond. So we go a little splash of that one. I think we're going to go for a little bit more on the almond as well, I think so. Do you reckon? Vanilla is almond enough. So when that's all mixed in, we go. What I forgot to tell you about, preheat the ovens before we started doing the mixing. We've already done ours. So we preheat our ovens to 150°C. Cakes are in the middle. Then after the ovens, you choose whichever cake tin you want. We're going for the love heart shape, or you can go for something plain, the lonely man cake, or little their pies. There's something completely different. There's nothing to do with cake. Or we can go for a 3-tier sandwich, Victoria sandwich tins, and stack them all up with jam and cream. 3 separates. But today we're going for the love heart. Something that's close to my heart. There we go. And we're going to grease them. And they say they're non-stick. Yeah, they are non-stick. But so is greaseproof paper. So we're going for greaseproof paper as well. We are going to grease our tins and line them with lining greaseproof paper. That's the heart shape. That's one. Now the thickness of the cake tin is yada yada yada. No big measuring from there to there. And with a trusty pair of scissors, we cut out our heart shape. It doesn't have to be on the line. It can go over just a little bit. And our sides, we said it was that height. You've got to kind of guesstimate the length of the tin. I'd say that much. That one. That was that one, and that was that one. Our heart shape, we will cut out. Quick time, lively, sharpish. Like I said, it doesn't have to be on the line. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it just stops the cake mixture from falling down the little gaps of the tin. That is that one. That is that one. And we get our butter, a good old generous blob of it, into the sides of the cake tin. That goes on that one. Our base, which is there, little grease, that one. Grease the sides. Grease the sides. And we'll grease the base. Basically the grease is there to help the paper to stick to the actual surface. That goes in there. Then we'll put that back into there. Close that up into there. Make sure you get it in the right slot. Yep. That's locked in place. We get our heart-shaped template. We get that up and in into the cake tin. Now you can see I was talking about that little bit of excess. It will just stop any mixture falling down the gaps. And then our sides, which was that one, gets lined in to the cake tin. Just like thus. Look at that. Anyone would have said, have you done this before? I'd have to turn around and say, yes. What a fit. And after all that, I'm shy by ½ an inch. Which we just stick on like this. A little bit more butter. A little bit more butter on that bit. That bit is ready for that. Yeah, that is our lined tin. It doesn't even look like it's going to go into the Tate Museum, just is fine enough. Next thing we're going to do is add some colour to our cake mixture. So I've got our tins ready, oven is prepped, cake mixture is done, but it looks a little bit plain. Two ways we can add some colour into this. One way is to actually separate the mixture long into two separate lots. Other way is to keep it all creative and whisk it in by hand. Here we go. This is the bit that the people gathered round to see. We're going to take it off the machine. We are going to check our mixture is good. Look good to you? Yes, I hear the crowd saying. Right, what we can do is actually add our colour to one side. Enough, I hear them cry. Just like that. Just to one section. You make it red enough so it doesn't go all wishy-washy when we go to... This is a much easier way and a better way. A little bit more colour for depth, because when it actually cooks as well, it gets a bit redder and it leaves a couple of different contrasts. Right? We've got that so far. Then what we do is that. No big mix. Ta-da! Bring it over to our pre-greased and pre-greased and wrapped cake tin, and to get a nice swirl from a distance, get that mixture. Look at that. Ooh, that way you know. Don't want to go too mad. There we go. About 3/4 of the way up the cake tin. You don't want to be poking it, and otherwise we will lose all that lovely ripple effect. We still got some mixture left in there, which means we can actually go for a couple of, or just one more cake, I think. Let's go for a little bit more around the top and at the bottom. That way we know by the time it evens out, it ain't going to be leaning to one side. That's us. And I think this one is ready for the oven. Right, oven, one preheated, cake, greased, papered, and in for action. Over here, still had a little bit of cake mixture left, so we're going for the Lonely Man cake. Well, in case friends turn up, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to line the bottom of this tin, because as you know, with cake tins, you have that. So if that just sits on there, the chance of the mixture slipping down the sides and disappearing into the oven is not an option. So we're just going to line the bottom, not the sides. We have now lined the bottom of our cake tin, the last of the mixture that we had. Rather than put it in the fridge or throw it away, we are just going to add it to, and no one's going to say it's going to rise up to the ceiling, but it will rise and it will give us a little cake. There's nothing worse than actually baking a cake for somebody and you have no cake yourself to actually taste it to see how it tasted, basically. When you got there, but you know your cakes are good. But the smell of cake in the air and there's no cake to eat, there we go. Look at that. Maybe we could have got that in the Lonely Man cake, but that will do us. That's it. Wherever that rises, that rises. It's in the oven's preheated. Just a little bit more washing up, no biggie. In it goes. That is in the oven. We'll give it roughly 20 minutes. My work here is done. Before you start, make sure you got all your ingredients: flour, eggs, sugar, butter, essences, cake tins, lining, greaseproof paper, an oven, and the kitchen to bake it all in. Remember, we started by creaming the butter and the sugar together, getting some essences, the vanilla and almond, and then while that is all beating, prepare your eggs and your flour, weigh them all out, add them in slowly at the same time together, so they're all uniform up together. If you put too much eggs in at one time, it will separate and your butter and sugar will just split, not what you want. So a little bit of egg mixture, a little bit of flour, a little bit of egg, a little bit of that, it'll all come together as one big lovely creamy mixture. Add in your colouring for tone rather than just having a beige cake. Grease while it's doing, line your cake tins, oven's already done, line your cake tins, butter and line, in goes your mixture, into the oven, half hour later, you're eating cake. Whole house, better than any kind of air freshener, the smell of freshly baked cake, you know. Cup of tea, slice of cake, neighbours come over, it's all lost in Rover. That's us. It's as simple as that. Bing! I think that was the oven letting us know that the first cake, this was the mixture cake that was left over. We'll have a quick check of our other one. Taking our cake out of the oven with our toothpick into the middle of the cake. Comes out clean and dry. Nothing. We're going to transfer this onto the cooling tray. Right. We're just going to loosen off the edge of the cake. It's best to use like a plastic spoon, and that way it's and then we're going to put that on top of there, that on top of there, that on top of there, spin that over to there, and like a magician we take that off, and because we've got it grease proofed on the bottom, as you like them onions, voila, that's it. It's a bit hot, but let that cool down. Something to eat while you're waiting for the main cake. Time to test the... Ooh, it's got height. It's got lots of height. Slight split like that means the temperature is a bit hot. It's coming out. It looks dry to me. No cake mixture came out. So the cake's more or less done. But if you like it like that, then take it out. What I like on a cake is a little bit of crisp. Everybody likes a little crust on a cake. Not everybody, but I do. My cake, my rules. We're leaving it in for 5 more minutes. We're going to take it out of the oven, turn it out on the cooling rack. We're eating cake. Let's see how we've gone on. We tested it a little while ago. It was with the prod test. You can see it starting to shrink a little bit around the edge of the tin, which means it's risen. It ain't stuck there. Lovely shape. Right, now we're going to turn it out. Let's open the sides. That's the outer ring. Oh, look at that. Tear off some of the grease proof ever so slowly. Oh, say, look at that marbling. Oh, and there, my friends, what you can do with a cake like this, if you look at it from a lower angle, you can see the dome of the cake. You can actually ice that and still have, rather than a flat base like most people, what we would normally do is take it out, turn it over, and then take that off, and then take off the base. And that is what people would ice, the flat surface. But then why waste that lovely dome? It's like a rounded heart shape. Handle it ever so carefully. Remember, it is hot. And there you have it. One heart-shaped birthday cake. And from the smell of it, that's good to go. Good to go. And that, my friend, is the finished article. How lovely is that?
Hooray!